Well, this gymnasium here in Roundup has echoed everything from game-winning cheers to PE teachers enforcing rules. But on Wednesday, it was the silence that was almost deafening as a former NBA player stood here revealing a tragic spiral of drug abuse that unraveled not just his career, but the very fabric of his life.
Cocaine was my truth. Cocaine allowed me to be vulnerable and talk openly and share with people what I struggle with.
This is Chris Herren, once an NBA starter for both the Denver Nuggets and Boston Celtics. He sat with me in the calm of Roundup's school library, reflecting on his uncontrollable drug abuse with raw honesty.
You know, heroin had me for a long time, but the lifestyle and the cost of heroin, I couldn't sustain.
He was telling me what he shared with over 1 million co-eds as Roundup students funneled into the gym to hear for themselves. Herren's redemption story is so unimaginable, he was actually the subject of ESPN's 30 for 30 docuseries. Excerpts of it reflecting off a polished court, like the one Herren dazzled sellout crowds on in Massachusetts. He'd signed with Boston College, choosing to stay close to home. But that's where Herren was introduced to his first line of white powder.
Cocaine allowed me to sit still and converse and be honest.
That addiction would last 14 years. Herren was kicked out of Boston College, then says he barely made it through Fresno State. He was fortunate to be drafted by the Nuggets, where addiction gripped even tighter, this time spending $20 on one small yellow pill.
Oxy's poison, you know. I became toxic immediately.
Ultimately, Herren was burning through $20,000 a month on OxyContin. Eventually, he would even meet his drug dealer in Boston, just outside the arena, less than 5 minutes from tip-off.
Just another day.
He says that's how drug addicts view it, and when asked if he played under the influence,
I wouldn't have played if I wasn't. My body wouldn't have been able to respond.
Herren got married and became a father, but nearly spent all his money on drugs. At one point, selling his children's toys for drug money.
I felt a lot of shame. I felt less. I didn't feel like a father.
Now, while in rehab, he was allowed a day to witness the birth of his third child. Shortly after, Herren says he walked down the street and bought 2 bottles of vodka.
Seems to be one of the worst days of my life. Became one of the best.
That's because his treatment counselor delivered a life-altering ultimatum that for some reason clicked.
Play dead. Play dead for your family. Those kids are better off without you. Your wife needs to move on from you. By the grace of God, I chose sobriety.
He's not sure why that triggered it, but Herren says he has been sober for 17 years. His message to Roundup students and those contemplating substance abuse was clear.
Why the hell would you do that to all these people who love you and do it to yourself for that feeling?
Drawing tears from some in the gym, Herren's message clearly resonated.
I think it hit home for a lot of people at our school. There are a couple of people that left that needed a minute.
I knew it was going to be a difficult subject for our kids. It was very emotional. I was glancing around and kids who I kind of knew it was going to hit, it hit.
Redemption is often found in the most unexpected places, like a small gym in Roundup, where even today, Herren is still vigilant against addiction's pitfalls.
I've been challenged and faced those moments, but, still sober.
In Roundup, Scott Breen, MTN Sports.